K2 has some display options for your items that you may want to alter for one reason or another. These options can be set on 3 levels. The K2 level, which is a global setting that affects all items in K2, the category level, which will affect all of the items in the same category and overrides the K2 level, and finally the item level, which will only affect the associated item, and this level overrides the category level settings. Let's take a look at the K2 level first. From any K2 screen, take notice of the top navigation bar. The last item on the right is titled Parameters. Clicking this will bring up a new screen that allows you to set some options for all of the items on your site. By default, every item is set up to take on the options listed here. Some of the more common things you may want to do include showing or hiding the title, the creation date, or the email buttons, but plenty of other options exist here as well. Take note of the multiple tabs at the top of the page. There are a ton of settings in here, as there are multiple ways to display K2 content in a menu item, so you may need to sift through to find exactly what you're looking for. Keep in mind that this setting will affect all of your items in the same way, so if you're only looking to change one or two, this won't be the area you'll want to make changes in. Now let's take a look at the category level. I'll back out of this screen by clicking the Cancel button in the top navigation bar and select Categories from the left menu. For this example, I'll go into the category Uncategorized. Over on the right, we see the same options as the last screen, just organized slightly differently. For example, here too I am able to show and hide the title, the author, and the email buttons. Remember that changing options here will affect all the items set to this category. You can make changes to individual items of a category on the item level, and I'll show you that now. I'll just navigate to the home page by clicking Cancel and then Items and select the home item. This is the home page. It is a single K2 item. To change these settings, I would alter the settings under the heading Item View Options. The blog page, however, is a K2 Categories menu item. It displays all K2 items of a certain category. To change the settings for a single item in here, you must scroll down to the Item View Options and Category Listings section. This makes sense, as the blog page lists all items of a category, so settings for individual blog items are under Item View Options and Category Listings. Now let's take a look at an item we want to make changes to. Clicking over to our front end, I have that K2 item we created that I'll use for this example. Let's say, for instance, you want to show the titles for all of your K2 items on this page, except for this one. I created a heading inside the item itself, and I don't feel like I need this title displayed. To set the item options for an individual item, first, open that item in K2. So let's click back over to the administration section. I'm in the K2 item view, and there's my item right there. On the right side of the screen is an option that says Item View Options and Category Listings. In here, you can set all of the same options you could on the global level, only now they will only affect this single item. As you can see, the options right now are all set to accept the category settings we were looking at before. To eliminate the title from showing in this item, choose the Hide option from the Show Title select box. Now, I'll save and close for our changes to take effect. Finally, let's click back over to the front end and refresh to see our title disappear.